Okay, I'm back. Now, we're going to make a custard pie. Alright? Only thing about this custard pie, no butter. No butter at all. Now, I have some pie crust that I bought. Oh, let me show y'all what I bought. I bought this Pillsbury pie crust. It's 2 of them come in here, so you can always get this here. If it's another pie crust you see you want, get that. Vanilla extract. I have 4 eggs. I have heavy whipped cream. Everything is going to be room temperature. Salt. Allspice, ground allspice, cinnamon, nutmeg. I have 3/4 cups of milk. I have 1.5 cup of milk. I have 3/4 of sugar. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I did this pie crust, and you know how you buy the pie crust and you have 2 pie shell crusts come in a container. I'm going to tell you what I did. I tried to lift it off and put it on top of the other one. And this is what you're going to get. So, we don't want to do that anymore. So I bought this one, just like this, so I can roll it out and put it in here, because that other one did not work for me, because I want a thick crust. This is what I'm looking for. I am looking for me a thick crust, and this right here, you can just work with it so good, and I like it because I can just work with it really good and get it the way I want it. Okay? So this is what I'm doing. Now this is what we're going to do. We're going to take us an egg. And we're going to separate the egg. And we're going to have the egg white. And the egg yolk. Okay? The egg yolk, put it in here. That's where it's going, in there. The egg white, we're going to beat that up a little bit. The egg white, we're going to beat it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough. We're going to beat it up. See, it don't take long to beat it up. Just do it like this. That's enough. And then, we're going to get us a brush. We're going to brush around here. Here with some egg white. This is the first crust, because I want a thick crust. If you don't want a thick crust, don't do this if you don't want it. But I want my crust thick. So you go around there and you do that one. Then we're going to take the second crust. I think I really like this crust, how it does. Okay, this is the second crust. We're going to put the second crust on. This is so we can have it thick. Because remember, we're looking for a thicker crust. Don't forget what we're looking for. We're looking for us a thicker crust. Push the mold here to this here like this. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, that looks good. All right. That looks really good. So let me cut this on away from here with my knife. Let me see here. I'll cut this on away from here. Just keep it close there to it, and it'll just really cut right on the way. There we go. Might have us a little. Make sure you don't have no air pockets in there while you're doing this. Make sure no air pockets are in there. Cut this on off of here. There we go. Okay. Got my shell and everything all together. Alright. So then what we're going to do, we're going to take some more of this, and we're going to put it up around in here. Up around on your shell. This right here keeps it from being so mushy. So it don't be so mushy. And it protects it. Keep it from, I mean, it really does a real good job. Okay, so we're going to go back. And I'm going to do this here to it. So I can smash it together. Smash the shells together. Okay, I'm finished. Alright. So I have it here. I have the egg white here. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the oven. Do not let this cook in the oven. It only stay in there about, let it stay in there about 5 minutes only. Only 5 minutes. We're going to put it in the oven. Okay, so remember, I took and put the egg yolk in the bowl. So I'm going to add the rest of this egg white in the bowl. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. 3 eggs. Okay? I'm going to whisk them up. Alright, so that's that. Then we're going to use a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to use 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. We're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. Then we're going to use a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now let me tell everybody something. If you do not want cinnamon or allspice in yours, don't use it. I'm serious. Do not use it if you don't want it. You can use the nutmeg only. So I'm putting 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now, I'm going to mix this together. Okay, let me get my spatula here so I can make sure this here stays down here. Alright. Okay, we're going to use a cup of sugar. Three-fourths cups of sugar. We're going to use 1½ cup of milk. We're going to use the whipped cream. We're using a cup of whipped cream. And that's going in. And we're using a half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, we're gonna mix this up. Okay, so my pie shell has cooled down. As you can see, we needed to left it a little longer. See that? Because it shrinked and went down some. So we're going to take this here, pour it into here. Let me see here, make sure this here stay mixed up. Because I want this here to stay mixed up. Let me get this. Stir it. Because I don't want nothing not to be there. Okay, here. What we got. And watch this here, okay? While it's cooking. Because I had enough for a little bitty one. This right here, be careful. When this here is cooked, well, I'm going to put it in for 35 minutes to 40 minutes. When you can take a cave knife, put it in there, and that cave knife come back up clean, it's ready. It might be still a little jiggly. That's okay. Let it cool. Afterwards, put it in the ice box and let it chill. Alright? Let it chill. Let it get cold. So when you cut it, it cuts very well. It won't have all that moist at the bottom. So I'll be back when this is ready. Okay, I'm back. The custard pie is finished. So what you do, it's still hot. You sprinkle some nutmeg on top. This is how you do it. Sprinkle the nutmeg on top. And let it, when it cools down, put it in the refrigerator. When it cools down, put it in the refrigerator. Tell you, I'm not going to cut this here. I'm going to leave this here just like this here. I have one in the oven. Not the oven. I have one in the refrigerator that I cooked. And I didn't like because it did this. And since it did that, hey, I decided I'm going to fix another one. So, sprinkle it with the nutmeg. Let it cool. Then stick it in the refrigerator to let it chill. Okay? Alright then, and I'll be back when it's finished chilling. Okay, y'all. Here's the custard pie. Now, I've let it chill in the refrigerator for a while, but overnight chill is the best way to do this pie. Alright? And let's take us a cut out of here. See how thick the crust is? I made sure that crust is thick because I like thick crust. Alright? Let's taste this here and see what we got here. It's good. If I was you, I would go ahead on that, the cinnamon and the nutmeg and a little allspice. And you're going to get this here. And this one does not have any butter in it. So, this is our custard pie. Not chest pie. Custard pie. I keep making those mistakes. I keep getting it all mixed up. But, try it. You'll like it. And that's the 2 videos that I made today. And if anybody have any requests on anything that you may like or that you may want or that you haven't had in years since you was a child, hey, let me know. Alright? Bon appetit, baby.